I'm just curious, so, because you've directed a number of these things now, how is this one different from the previous ones that you've directed as far as these DC animated films go?
I wish I had a sexier answer for you, because again, we do so many of these. I think the thing I will say though is like this one came out better than I expected.
Okay.
Because a lot of times when the story of the hero, the rise of it, after a while when you've done so many of these things, and I totally empathize with like Bruce Timm and stuff like that, because it's a struggle sometimes, because it's an archetype that there's only X amount of stories, and after a while you're kind of like, man, I think I've told like most of these types of stories, and so this is just a rehash of something, or but again, I think when I was younger, I used to be a lot more interested in the spectacle and the fights, and again, I'm not saying that those things aren't important, because they are, but the thing that interests me more now, I think, is the heart of a story and the relationship between each character, and what makes each character tick, I guess. What are the hopes and the dreams of this character? What is the fears of this character, kind of thing,
Right.
Those are the things that I find interest in now, because again, I mean, breaking in, I've always loved the story of the hero. Oh, thank you. Just because it's it's the stereotypical thing of like responsibility and rising up to things and having conviction and all that kind of stuff. Again, as I'm older, it's less about just I punched that guy to death or something like that, and so I win. More it's just about really like beyond the punching. Why does he deserve it? Why is, I don't know. It's the psychological. I'm sorry to get too far into this.
It's okay. So my only other question is, what did you enjoy most about getting to bring this story to life?
Again, I think a lot of us are a little surprised that it turned out the way it did. But again, I think it's just conceptually such a strong thing. And maybe it's a thing where, again, it's just like, why do you care about someone's death? And I think that James, who basically was the one that sort of decided, okay, we're going to put in this continuity, and we're going to focus on the relationship. And it's like, well, this, and even with Underworld, I think it's because of that, and his relationship to the people and who he is. I think this is why it feels to me in ways like I think we were all kind of getting surprised, because we just thought, man, everybody knows he's going to die, and we've already seen this in the comic. We've already done a movie about this 13 years ago. Here we are doing it again, and I don't think any of us were really just that super excited to rehash something that we've already done. But again, I think a lot of it was done because fans wanted, on it like a closer thing that's closer to the comic, even though it's not as close to the comic. But because what is that to us? It's a lot of us like, okay, we hear what people say, but then what does that really mean? They say they want the same thing, but they really don't. It's more of like I think the feeling of that. I always talk about, again, forgive me, this is very telling my age, but I always think about like U2. I think about like when I was young and I heard U2, and I was like, oh, it's badass, And then you're kind of going like, every time they, it's good, and then all of a sudden, no, they're doing this weird stuff, and I don't like them anymore. They're like, I wish they would just do back the old stuff. Just redo, whatever, like Sunday Bloody Sunday again or something like that. Or, just keep making that. But it's not really true. It's just like, it's more about like what you felt when you heard that. So again, it's because we've done straight adaptations, right? Batman Year One, and stuff like that. Yeah. Half the people hated it, because again, I knew it, but Bruce was, this is with Bruce Timm, he was very adamant about we're doing it shot by shot, page by page. We're not going to add anything. And it's like Christopher Nolan has done everything that was interesting about this. And like the end fight is with Falcone's nephew. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Nobody cares. But it's like, nope, we're going to do it. And it's like, all right, it's Gordon fighting his nephew on the bridge.
Right.
But again, it's just, it's people will say things, but I think what they really want is not exactly what they're saying. But it is a feeling, and I understand that So I think again, this, even though it's not the exact same thing, I think this feels like that, especially like a new audience. That I don't think they want to see Justice League International. You know what I mean? Fight Doomsday. This is going to be the Trinity. This is the Justice League that are fighting. This is the Flash. This is not Blue Beetle. This is somebody. You know what I mean? Again, it's hard because it's creative and it's very subjective.
Okay.
But I do feel like this feels, if you can get beyond some of the things and just hook into kind of like, okay, this is the new 52 versions of these characters, but I feel like they feel like the heroes that they're supposed to be.